Pascal. You are now rocking with that dude Pascal. We be going wild, Haitian in the building, so original. Got the haters catching feelings. Get your hands up to the ceiling and keep them held high, cause St. Louis isn't ready. Forget about it, goodbye. Hold up, we just saying hi. Five somebody, rise up weekdays. Catch us live somebody, let's go.
Good evening, good morning, and good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Pascal Show. I hope you guys are all doing well out there. You know, missed you guys. I know I didn't do a morning show, but I did have a pop-up video and all that. You know what I mean? But, you know, it's nice to be back. It's nice to be here with you guys and talk about some things. There's a lot to cover, very little time to do it, so we got to jump right into things. But I hope all y'all are doing very well today. You know, hopefully your day was positive, filled with smiles and good things for those of y'all who are finishing out your work day, okay? And for those of y'all who are starting to wrap up your day, hopefully it's been positive. And for those of y'all who are just, you know, it's nighttime, y'all are about to hit the hay, because I know y'all are watching from other corners of the world. I appreciate all y'all for being on and chopping it up with me and everything. Hopefully your day was great. And I hope your night is fruitful. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we got some stuff we got to talk about. There's a bunch of different things that are popping off around this story of the Justice for Vaughn story. Obviously, there's so much that has gone on. There's plenty of other channels that have done an amazing amount of work as far as putting out the work, getting out the information, and just telling this story. There's a lot of good positive things that are starting to come out from it now. It sounds like, at least. And yeah, we got to jump into some things. And, you know, there's some really crazy things going on, y'all. There's some really, really crazy things. There's some new information about a possible custody battle. It's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. We got to jump right into it. So you already know the procedure, but I got to say it anyway. Hit that like button down below. Send it past 100 likes. I see a bunch of y'all starting to file in from all the platforms, okay? So hit that like button, react, do whatever you need to do. Comment in the comment section. Be a part of the conversation today. So hit it past 100 likes really quick. If you're watching on YouTube, that would really, really mean a lot. And of course, those who are watching all over, just hit that follow button. Hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, okay? Support if you can. I'd really appreciate it. Hit that Patreon. It's in the ticker down below. I got the membership. You just hit that join button. It just helps fuel this channel so we can keep giving you your stories and your controversies and your conversations for the day or week. So please, if you can, join, become a member. It'd be greatly appreciated. And of course, I got that CashApp too. I got to say it like that, but unfortunately, this is how we pay the bills, y'all. This is how we pay the bills. But anyway, guys, we got to jump into some stories. We got a lot to look into, and I got a very little amount of time to get into it. You know, I got a prior engagement that I got to jump over to here in just a little bit, but I wanted to get to you guys. I told you guys I'd look over some of this information, the information as far as the police report. We're going to be looking at that police report. Obviously, there's been some new information about Vaughn and how he's doing. It's interesting because you hear so many different stories bouncing back and forth. Of course, we have some new information about his mother, Letitia. And of course, we got to look, you know, like I said, we're going to be looking at this police report, and it looks like there's a custody battle coming around the bend for Andrea. There's a lot going on. I'm going to crank out as much as I can, as quickly as I can, and we're going to get it on and popping. But before we get things going, I see Berenice already showed some love. Thank you so much, Berenice, for the $10 super chat. I really, really do appreciate it. And I will say this too, without y'all, without your help, because some of y'all have been have gone out of your way to send me some information and just give me bullets as far as the police report and all that. So without you guys helping me out with certain things, because I've been sitting there trying to get information and all that, and you guys have been doing such an amazing job just emailing me, emailing the show and letting us know about the information, the extra information that I didn't know where to look for certain things, like this police report. Somebody by the name of a girl named James was amazing to just give me a basically like a Cliff's Notes of the police report, just giving us the bullets, bang, 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 so we can kind of cut through all the fluff and get the meat and potatoes of what actually went on in that police report. So we're going to be going into that, but I wouldn't have been able to do that without all y'all, without your help. Okay. So I just wanted to let you guys know that. So Berenice, I appreciate your support. Thank you so much for the $10 super sticker. Can't talk right now, but I do appreciate the love. Seriously, so very, very much. Now, here's the thing. We got to jump into the first thing. Obviously, for those of y'all who don't know what's going on, I'm just going to give you a quick recap, okay? We have a couple by the name of Vaughn and Dre McCray. Vaughn is Marvaughn, the black gentleman to the left of your screen, all right? And we have the lady, his wife, Andrea McCray. She also goes by Dre McCray. Now, she has a huge following online. At first, it was makeup and all that, and then it slowly, I guess, quickly turned into more of a holistic, natural, homeopathic type of page, where she was saying she got really into the vegan alkaline lifestyle. She started following Dr. Sebi's teachings and preachings like it was scripture. She started to incorporate this into the entire family, and she started to get them to take certain things that obviously were I guess controversial herbs that you would be that I think a lot of people would think twice about consuming. But she was consuming these things to an excessive amount. Something by the name of, I can't say the word, but by K. She would usually call it her special tea. Okay? Now, husband started taking this. Vaughn started just living the same lifestyle as she does. And the thing is she had a very controlling demeanor, it seems like. She was the breadwinner. He is a Marine, inactive Marine, because I know there's no such thing as a former Marine. They're a Marine for life. But he was an inactive Marine, and she basically had him. It seems like he was busy taking care of the children while she was holding it down online. But the thing is that she would live stream every single damn day, all day, every day, every single thing you can think of that would even be remotely like, hey, babe, we should have this conversation behind closed doors or without the live stream going on. She would just let things go live. She didn't care. Okay. She just let it all hang out, warts and all. Now, he started consuming all this stuff, and he started having negative reactions to this new lifestyle. She paid no mind to it. She just figured, I'll just keep giving him cayenne pepper shots and so on and so forth, even though these were causing him to have some serious side effects like seizures and whatnot. So one day, obviously feeling cornered or feeling held back, feeling trapped, not being able to be himself or not being able to earn his own way, he turns to her. And we heard this in yesterday's show, where he basically turned to her and said, I need to go and look. I need to go find some help. I need to talk to somebody. I need to get my head checked. I just can't take this anymore. Of course, she had a huge problem with this. It was more like she had a problem with, who's going to take care of the kids, rather than, babe, go and find your mental health. Go on your search to self-heal. That's what you need to do. None of that even happened. Okay. She was not cool with that. She was fighting with him tooth and nail about these things. Now, one thing I want to say, and I don't mean to go off the beaten path here for a second, but I do want to say this really quick. After going back and listening to that audio again, it made me think, what if, this is just me like shot in the dark type of thing. So like I said, it's just a shot in the dark. But what if, and this is a speculation, okay? But what if he What if he was really doing both things? What if he was trying to get away and he was using mental health as an excuse to find a way to get the hell away? I know that's a little bit of a far-fetched theory and all that, but at the same time, when you have somebody who is not allowing you to go and be free, right? When they're not allowing you to just do what you need to do to find that mental balance, that health, or they're just holding you in one spot and they don't let you go. Sometimes you will find anything by any means necessary, any excuse under the sun to get the hell out. Oh, I need to go pick up a pack of cigarettes. Honey, you don't smoke. I know. I just need to go pick up that pack of cigarettes, girl. I'll be right back. Just saying. There's a lot of other things I feel that are going on in this relationship that we haven't even seen or haven't even gotten to tap into. But that audio that we heard said a lot, exposed a lot. To me, this man wasn't making any money. She was holding it down. He basically was taking care of the kids while she was doing her live streams all the time. And that's it. She was the queen and he was a worker bee. And that's it. And then, like I said before, there's nothing wrong with that as long as there's understanding, as long as there's communication between within that couple, between spouses. But if you're sitting there held locked in a situation, well, damn. Eventually, it's going to eat away at you to the point where you're going to want to break free. Unfortunately. Okay? Now, here's the thing. Okay? There is some more information that has dropped last night onto another channel, the Molly Golightly, actually not the Molly Golightly channel, Justice for All. Justice for All also goes on to the Molly Golightly channel as well. I guess he co-hosts over there, but he had Vaughn's mother onto the show. Now, the thing is that I have to be respectful. I feel weird about playing other people's work. I really do. I really, really do. But if you want to go and check that out, the full interview, the full conversation, please go over and check out Justice for All. They've been putting, like, literally, regardless of what you guys think, period, they have been putting in some serious mother-loving work covering this story, and I commend them for it. Real talk. They have been putting in countless hours, lots of sleepless nights, doing this damn job. So I'm going to give them credit where credit is due. If you wipe away all the drama and all the BS that's revolving around this story for some weird reason between creators, they've been putting in some serious work. And there's other channels that have done that as well. But where I heard this information about what's going on with Vaughn's health and about Vaughn's mother, I heard that directly from that as a source, Justice for All. Okay, so I'm not going to play the video because I want to give them respect. You know what I mean? So please, if you get a chance, go over to Justice for All. Let me make sure I got that right. Yeah, Justice for All. Okay, and check out the interview. It's called hashtag Justice for Vaughn. The journey continues. ... New information. They sit down with her, or they have a phone call with her and with the mom, and she has Letitia Bias, and she has some information, which I'm going to basically reiterate here right now. So, Letitia Bias, for a while, has been trying to get a hold, or trying to go and see her son, her biological son, Marvon. As of yesterday, she finally got a chance to see her son, which is fantastic news. Then, within this same interview, she says to Marissa of Molly Golightly, LB, if I'm correct, and Justin of Justice for All, she tells them that she reached down to grab Vaughn's hand, kissed his hand, And he reacted. He opened his eyes a little bit and he kind of smirked, which is fantastic news. Now, here's the thing. I've been hearing different stories, y'all. I've been hearing all these different things saying that Vaughn is. I've heard so many different stories. I've heard stories where Vaughn is literally brain dead. There's no brain activity. And then now I'm hearing this. And like I said, I'm not a doctor, nor am I somebody who is in that world, okay, of medicine. But I ain't never heard anybody bouncing back from being diagnosed or being claimed as brain dead. But from what she's saying now is that Vaughn is breathing by himself. He is breathing on his own now. He is not on a ventilator anymore. He's not on a life support, which, I mean, I'm super happy about that. I am super, super happy about that. Okay. So there are certain things that were being said before about Dre maybe coming off as cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, for lack of a better term, because she was literally sitting there saying, I think he'll bounce back. I believe he'll bounce back. And it looks like he might be able to bounce back, allegedly, according to what I heard. Okay? So that's great bloody news. And all I can say is, hey, thumbs up. I give Dre, I'm going to be real, I give Dre mad props for not giving up, for not sitting there and saying, okay, pull the plug. It's time to say goodbye. So I will say that. Because even I said in the last show yesterday, I said, why is she holding him on? Why is she keeping him on a breathing machine? Why is she keeping him on life support if he is allegedly at that time brain dead? In my mind, I was like, maybe she's withholding, maybe she's prolonging something from happening, maybe she wants to prolong from the truth, so on and so forth. Whatever it is, something inside of her, I guess, told her that, hey, there's still hope. And that's pretty damn amazing. So I'll give Dre mad props for that. How everything came to this situation, I think she had a good portion of, she had her hand in a lot of this because of what she was pumping into her kids and her husband that was causing a lot of side effects, huge issues. Her specialty, the K or the Tatum, as I was calling it, okay, which we already broke down and dove into yesterday as well, that has serious side effects like seizures and psychosis, delusions, so on and so forth. It's bad. So in my mind, I think this is one of the reasons why he's in the hospital in the first place. It drove him to madness, possibly. Okay? So I wanted you guys to know about that. So there's some great news about this, that there is light at the end of the tunnel, hopefully. Okay? I'm sure it's still touch and go. We don't know if it's, we don't know if everything's solid. Anything's possible with this particular situation. But still, now the mama has finally gotten to see her son, which she has been battling and fighting for this entire damn time. Now it sounds, I heard as well, that his stepfather and his brother, if I'm correct, have now gotten to go and see him as well. I mean, apparently his family was cut off from being able to see him, which I think is absolutely messed up. And if you watch my TikToks, I did say this on TikTok, and please follow me on TikTok if you are on TikTok, The Pascal Show, one word, or go to my Instagram because I am posting them on Instagram as well, The Pascal Show, one word as well over there. I did say, hey, as long as those family members did not put any harm on this man when he was a kid or at all in the past, Shouldn't everybody get a chance to go see their loved one if they are at whatever, if they're battling, fighting for their life, if it's going to be their last few breaths, so on and so forth? There's a lot of people that want to have that opportunity to say a proper goodbye to the person that they love, or just be there in solidarity, because that could make that person want to fight to live more, want to fight to heal. Just saying. There's, never underestimate the power of positivity and the power of foundation, solidarity from other people, encouragement. And I think that's what he needs more than anything right now, whether that is with Dre or not. But I also hear some other stories that have been flying all over the place. Like I said, there's a lot to talk about and very little time to talk about it. But from my understanding, y'all, Dre ain't going to the hospital no more. Because from what I hear, and maybe y'all can help me with this, because I don't know if this is true or not, and this is all part of the rumor mill. Like I said, there's so much, and there's not like there's articles out here that are confirming everything. You see what I'm saying? But from what I'm hearing right now is that, okay, she was trying to feed him some of her concoctions through his feeding tube. Like she was still trying to put this ish in his body. The same ish that drove him to where he is right now. She was still trying to put in the stuff in his feeding tube, and she got caught. This is from what I hear. Okay, again, it's still rumor mill. But obviously, I understand somebody being passionate about their lifestyle and what they have found. But if you see that maybe it's having negative side effects on your family, wouldn't that make you want to change, tweak things a little bit? You could still be vegan and not take the specialty, y'all. You don't have to do the Tatum. Okay? You don't have to do that stuff, y'all. You really don't. You can switch it up. You can still eat your mangoes and your apples and your artichokes and stuff like that. Okay? And your almond milks and your nut milk. Okay? You can do all that ish without any problems. Without taking all that extra stuff that might be having some serious side effects on your family. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. So, Jennifer just said that feeding tube is most likely the most nutritional intake he's had in a very long time. Absolutely. I completely agree. But of course, God knows what she's maybe consuming or like whatever she's reading. She might be consuming something as far as like reading something or hearing something from other people. Maybe she's going online, reading a blog, whatever. And she's going, oh my God, the stuff that he's intaking in the hospital may not be good enough for him. He might need a little bit more sustenance. So let me go in there and feed him what he usually gets. And clearly that was a huge problem. We already saw in one part of the police report that he was sitting there flipping out, having an argument with her before he went out back and allegedly did what he did by rope. Because he had a problem with taking the damn tea. She offered him tea and he snapped. Maybe because that special tea was hurting him and he knew it and he couldn't do it anymore. And of course, we all do things for the things that we do for love, y'all. The things we do for love. But clearly, he had enough. And he had enough years ago in 2019 with that audio where he was like, I need to go and get my head checked. I need to get away. I need space. Did she give it to him? Hell to the no. She did not. Hell no. He stayed there, a prisoner in his own home, stuck. and in consuming all this stuff because he loves his baby. And unfortunately, this is where we are right now. So there's a lot of speculation about, hey, maybe he did what he did by rope because he was pushed to it. Maybe it was because of the Tatum or the K or the special T and the diet and lifestyle that he was on. Maybe it was just her, as far as like just being with her. Maybe it was the depression of being stuck in that home and not being able to go and do his own thing, be a man, and make his own money and so on and so forth. That maybe that's what drove him to get there. The seizures as well, driving him to depression, making him sad as hell. There's so many possibilities and theories out here. And all we can do is sit and hope that we can get some sort of answer at some point here. But we can at least look at some information, okay? And there's a new police report that has been submitted. It came out not last night, but the night before. And like I said, shout out to James. Okay, girl named James. Shout out to girl named James. I'm sorry, because she gave me a nice bullet point situation here, which is fantastic. And we're going to go through that here really quick. But I got a super chat. Jennifer, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Thank you so very much. The doctors need to step in and start making the decisions and keep her away from him. And I think that's what's happening right now. This can be done if they think she's causing harm. I'm a registered nurse and seen it done many times. I think, honestly, Jennifer, I think that's actually what's happening right now. I think what's happened is that there's been so much that's gone on. I'm sure her behavior at the hospital has not been very kosher. I guarantee you that. I guarantee you that she has not been acting civil. Okay. We already saw some video where she literally is trying to kick his biological father, and his biological father's wife from being able to go visit him. And the thing is if you listen to that full video, in that video, you can hear nurses in the hospital, people of the hospital sitting there saying, in the state of Arizona, you cannot tell who can and who cannot visit a person in the hospital. And she's sitting there going, can I see paperwork? Can I see that as actual truth and proof? And I feel like when you hear something like that, clearly she's probably a very difficult human being or a difficult person to handle at this hospital. That's just my assumption. I know that's probably a shot in the dark, but I would assume if she's sitting there going, yeah, we have passwords so that, whoever can come in has to use that password, so on and so forth. What passwords? And let me say this too. Did Marvon say, hey, yeah, our password is pineapples? What? No, he's in a coma. So why is there passwords? This is a man, just a regular man, and no disrespect to him. I'm just saying, this ain't the president of the United States. Why passwords? If somebody wants to see him, somebody wants to see him. That's just what I think. And I know there's some theories out here because he gained, or I guess he won something along the lines of a $400,000 to $600,000 settlement. And there's been speculation about why the family members are suddenly showing up now. But period, I'm not going down that route. I feel that these family members are coming out to see him because they care. period. But there's so many speculations, so many theories that have been popping off, which is just, it's getting ridiculous. It's getting ridiculous. What about these people just wanting to go see their loved one, period? Showing up and seeing him in the hospital does not put money in that family's pocket, period. Point blank. It doesn't change a damn thing. It does not change a damn thing. Them showing up does not mean that Dre is suddenly going to turn around and go, oh, since you're here, how about have $100,000? It's okay. Since you showed up, I appreciate you, girl. No, that's ridiculous. That's absolutely ridiculous. Okay? Ridiculous. Leela, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hi, how you doing, sweetheart? Thank you so much for your love. I appreciate it. Okay, love and support. T. Young said, password, please help me. Yeah. I mean, listen, he was trying to get away for a reason. Something was not right in that relationship. It sounds like things were starting to deteriorate near the end. Things started getting more volatile. There's videos of her, admitting to putting paws on him, to fighting him to the point where he's gone into seizures and all that. I mean, that's not good. That's not good. Having a stressful life like that is no good. No good. No good, Bobby. No good. So we got to go into this police report, okay? And these are just bullets. We're just going to go through them really quick, okay? Because there's a lot to unravel, okay? But I wanted you guys to hear these for yourself because I think this is importante, okay? Yes, I said it. Importante. Okay. Barbara Smith, thank you so much for becoming a member. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for your support. It really does mean a lot. Okay. And like I said, there's so much to this story. It just keeps getting thicker than a snicker. And there's more to this. Like I said, the last topic that we have here, which is short, but it's interesting enough. That has to do with child custody, which is very interesting and unfortunate because you know what? Before we jump into this, and we have to play the other side of the other side of the fence. So just ride with me. I know some of y'all are going to be like, no, I don't want you talking about the other stuff, the other side, trying to understand her. I get that, but you have to play the other side. Now, what if she's just innocent and she's just someone who talks a lot, maybe just overtalks, overshares online. And this man really did what he did. And she tried to save him. And now he's breathing on his own now. What if that was it? What if it was that? And the only thing that she's done wrong is feeding her kids. Remember, her kids are involved in this too. Stuff that she shouldn't be giving her kids, by the way. She's giving her kids and her hubby stuff that is very bad for them. They should not be consuming it. Just saying. Like I said, that was my one moment of playing devil's advocate, okay? My one moment. All right. So let's get into this, shall we? Because there's a lot to consume here. Okay, so we already know May 23rd around 8 a.m. Vaughn tried to he tried to rope himself, for lack of a better term. Okay. So now it says at, I guess, 8:20. Well, 14 and 20 hours arrived at the YPD to complete supplement for this case to expand information contained within the original report. So Dre stated that she went outside and found her husband, Vaughn, roped in the shed. Okay. She did not describe exactly how he was positioned when she found him. The shed was a basic 2-door metal shed, approximately 10 by 14 feet wide and 7 feet tall at its center. There are 3 metal beams across the top of the shed, inside the shed, I'm sorry. Although it had rust within its walls, it appeared to be sturdy. Now, I don't know how much these I don't know how much these beams could hold and all that, but at the same time, you saw Vaughn. You saw what he looked like. Hold on, let me see if I got that right here. I think I still got a photo of him somewhere here. Nope, I do not. I lied. I thought I still had it in my library, but I do not. So clearly you saw what he looked like before this incident. This dude was skinny. Okay. So in my mind, I'm thinking maybe the beams were strong enough to hold him up. So the beam appeared to be sturdy enough to hold Vaughn's body weight. The rope could pass through any of the ridges between the beams and shed exterior. There was an old stool, and in parentheses, not a wobbly chair within the shed, believed to be what Dre said she stood on to cut Vaughn down. It's unknown if Dre took the rope off of Marvon. When Officer IG, and I think it's, if I'm correct, how you pronounce this officer's name, because this is the officer's narrative that we're hearing right here. Iguane, I think it's Iguane, but I digress. I've heard a lot of people destroy this name, but Iguane, I think. All right. So when Officer Iguane looked over the shoulder of the firefighter, I did not see a rope due to the position of Vaughn and the firefighter blocking the entryway. So IG, or Officer IG, or Iguane, was unable to see any rope around Marvon's body. He also didn't see, or they also didn't see, any marks around Marvon's neck due to him being too far away when this officer first saw him. Rope was located on the center of the floor after Vaughn was taken to Yuma Medical Center. The rope appeared to be a natural fiber manila rope. From the loose end of this rope, okay, in the style of, you know what I'm saying, to do what he needed to do, it was approximately 4 feet in length. The diameter thickness of the rope was approximately 0.5 to 1 inch. They were unable to tell if the rope was new or old, but it did not appear to be frayed. They did not speak with firefighters due to them working on Vaughn while this particular officer was speaking to Dre McCray. This officer did not know what Marvon's body position was when Yuma FD, or fire department, arrived at the shed. This particular officer arrived a few moments after the Yuma Fire Department arrived on the scene. The period provided by Dre McCray starts at approximately 7:15 when she saw him go into the bathroom. This is what she said in that last police report. They had a fight. She went to sleep on the couch for the night. He was in the bedroom. He went into the bathroom, the kids' bathroom, to get ready for his day like he usually does. This is what she said. Okay. The call came into the YPD dispatch approximately 8:28 a.m. Described Vaughn roped, okay, with something coming down from his mouth. So he must have been drooling or something of that sort. Dre tried to lift him using a stool. That same stool, but she did say something about it being too wobbly, but that's interesting. When this officer, Iguane, saw inside the shed, Dre stated Vaughn was about 2 steps inside the shed and slightly to the right, facing northwest. She said she cut Vaughn down. She did not see any injuries, but saw red that she believed to be blood on his left clavicle. Her eldest daughter heard her scream and came outside, but according to Dre, the child did not see Marvon, so the daughter was unable to corroborate Vaughn's position. So I'm sure she was like, "Mom, what's going on?" And she's like, "Don't come in here," kind of thing. So this little girl didn't turn the corner to see what was going on, understandably, and thank God. Okay, thank God, because I would never want to see someone I would hate to have my daughter or my child see something like that, for sure. The children were inside the residence during the interview. They did not come outside, but could be overheard inside the residence and did not sound agitated or distressed, which is very strange. Which is very, very strange. That's strange to me. That doesn't mean anything, but that does seem a little strange that there's no crying, there's nothing. Maybe they didn't know anything yet, but then you got cops and fire department everywhere. Well, I don't know. Or maybe, but then again, everyone reacts to trauma in various ways, and sometimes it is a little quirky. Sometimes it is idiosyncratic. And if it is just them just quiet and not knowing what to do, that could be it too. Or maybe maybe the eldest was trying to distract the youngest kids because there's three of them. Maybe they were trying to distract the youngest, right? That could be it too. Okay. But anyway, Dre stated that she and Vaughn's arguments were more quote unquote disagreements due to her trying to answer his questions calmly. Sounds like she's a very passionate woman, which we already know. Countless videos that she's done, right? Did not answer. She did not answer. She did not question, this officer did not question this due to the calm demeanor of the children. Dre stated that a couple months prior to this incident, Vaughn had attempted, this part is big, okay? Couple months prior to this incident, Vaughn had attempted to rope himself in the closet with a belt, and the closet broke. That is a very big piece of information right there. Right here. I'll just highlight that really quick so that you guys can see this. Dre stated that a couple months prior to this incident, Vaughn had tried to do the unthinkable then too. But unfortunately, or fortunately, the pole on the closet broke in half because it couldn't handle his weight. Mind you, there are videos out here. Where she talks about, oh, he's fine. He's doing this, that, and the third. He's doing great. Nah. She's not sitting there talking about anything like this. Nothing about this. So this is very interesting and big information in my personal opinion. Okay? There's a history of his mental health. There's a history of him having issues. And the fact that she says this, oh, he tried before, says something. It's unknown if the incident was reported to law enforcement. No further questions asked regarding previous attempt. Dre stated she cut Vaughn down using one of Vaughn's knives. Rope end did appear to have been cut. Knife was not collected for evidence as the rope end corroborated Dre's explanation. Now, that's the other question, too. Where the knife at then? She found a knife. She said she used Dre's knife. She used Vaughn's knife. So where's that knife? That seems a little weird. That's a little weird. Okay? Little weird, in my personal opinion. Okay? Investigative focus was solely on the attempted unaliving. Therefore, Dre was not questioned about exactly where or how the knife was obtained. They did not ask that the knife to be shown to law enforcement. Law enforcement did not see the knife. The law enforcement believed the knife was used solely to free Vaughn from hanging. Okay? Law enforcement did not take photos with YPD issued cameras. The scene was solely captured using body-worn camera footage. Law enforcement did not enter the residence. Law enforcement did not believe any physical altercation had occurred between Dre and Vaughn. Multiple undisturbed items were visible on the pathway to the shed. Okay. Shed contained typical everyday shed items and were covered in dust, indicating no disturbance. Law enforcement did not believe Dre had the upper body strength to lift Vaughn. According to Molly Golightly in her chat, Dre often recorded herself carrying Vaughn on her back and dragging him around. That is actually very, very true. But she said she ran up, she tried to use a chair or a stool. That stool did not work, right? Stool did not work. So she apparently went and got something else to go and get him down. But the question is, if she did not have the upper body strength, what does she do? Like, how was she able to take him down fully then? Without him bashing his head on the ground? I don't know. I'm just curious about that. That's just a little strange to me right there. All indications led law enforcement to believe that the scene was an attempted unaliving. Okay. Law enforcement later went to Yuma Medical Center, but was unable to see Vaughn as he was being x-rayed and later moved to the VA hospital. Officer Reed later mentioned that there had been an abrasion on Marvon's left arm. Okay. Now, this is Officer Reed's narrative, the bullets. So let's crank it out. So, of course, Officer Reed arrived at 8:28 a.m. They received a call relating to this situation with Vaughn, dispatched at 8:32 a.m., marked on the scene at 8:38 a.m., okay? In the vehicle, computer note showed the following. Female found her husband roped, and the reporting party has cut. And you're going to hear RP here in a second. So the reporting party is, of course, Dre. So Dre has cut the husband down. Male suspect / husband is possibly Vaughn per previous calls. CPR was in process and children were inside. The male suspect was in the shed in the backyard. The RP, which is the reporting party, which is Dre. Dre's dog may try to bite. Dre was stopping CPR to put the dog away. That's something interesting. Then Dre's child, Raza, coming outside, saying that father told him not to come outside. Then Dre telling child to go back inside the house. So she was sitting there performing CPR, trying to revive him. And then the dog came out of nowhere, and she stopped everything to put the dog away, which in my mind is crazy because you're trying to save somebody's life, right? I wouldn't give F them dogs. I'm sorry, but F them dogs. I'd be like, I'd bark right back at them, like back up, and I'd be doing my thing. I'd shove them away, something. You're trying to revive your husband, right? Your loved one, right? But that's just me. I'd be like, F that dog. I'm not going to stop everything so I can put him back in and latch him up and go good doggy and run back. Hell no. Every second counts, right? Every second that man does not have oxygen going to the brain is bad. Long story short, right? So that part doesn't make any sense to me. But then Raza said, Raza coming outside saying that father told him not to come outside. So it sounds like to me he saw his son, maybe kissed him on the forehead, said I love you, and said, "Hey, son, I'm about to go outside. No, don't follow me. Finish your cereal, whatever it is." And he went into the shed and he did what he did. That's just like I said, an assumption. Okay? An assumption. And guys, please do me a favor if you are if you guys are enjoying the conversation and this breakdown and all that, please do me a favor, hit that like button down below, send it past 300 likes for me. That would really, really mean a lot. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Okay? Let's get into it. Okay? So that Yuma Fire Department and Officer IG or Iguane had already arrived to the scene. Officer IG was talking to Dre in the area of the front door. The residence is a manufactured home. Front door faces the north and located at the west end of the home. Concrete sidewalk from front connects driveway to side yard gate and runs east-west. Front yard consists of concrete driveway on the west side, sand on the east side. It's Arizona. Let's not forget that. 2 black pickup trucks parked in the driveway, one on the west side facing north, one on the east side facing south. Behind the truck on the west side was a camper with awning extended, black sedan. On the east side facing north behind the truck, in the sandy area, it was a picnic table, 3 lawn patio chairs, and 1 small patio table. Officer Reed was standing at the side of the yard gate and east side. On the east side of the home, watching Yuma Fire Department personnel who were performing CPR on the male. View of the male was restricted by the amount of personnel attending. They were doing what they needed to do, try to resuscitate this young man. Began moving items from the walkway that would hinder the transfer of the male by Fire Department, including 14 orange colored traffic cones, a section of styrofoam board, so on and so forth. The fire department placed automated chest compression machine on the male. This brown rope had been seen laying on the ground in the center of the shed, appeared to be made of natural fibers, approximately half-inch thick. Overheard female speaking with officer regarding husband's previous mental health issues, medical issues, and marital issues. Informed that Yuma FD were transporting the Dre to the medical center after achieving ROSC. So agreed that male had attempted to unalive himself by strangulation in the shed. Did not speak with Dre. This particular Officer Reed did not speak with Dre. With fire department, before, I guess, entering the home, scene was cleared at 9:09 a.m. So they were literally there for 41 minutes. That's pretty damn, like, bang, 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 right? So now they say body worn camera footage captured and submitted. According to the Yuma fire personnel, after Marvan was en route to medical center and personnel were behind collecting trash from the scene, they stated they believed Officer Iguane, or IG, was the first to arrive on the scene. Officer IG confirmed that upon arrival, Vaughn was already down and pointed to inside the shed. Personnel stated their call notes also stated either the homeowner or officer cut down Vaughn. They asked Yuma Fire Department personnel if they knew where Vaughn McCray was hanging from, and they stated, "Yup." Then, which is an actual quote, Fire Department personnel informed that they had moved the rope because it was in the way. They held up the rope in the center of the shed where it had been hanging, and then dropped it on the ground, leaving it in the center of the shed. Items stored around the shed were household items such as like the vacuums, etc. Okay. Photos were taken of the rope, which was long, heavy duty, twisted type of rope. They asked Dre if her children were okay. She stated that her children did not know what happened. They didn't know at all. See, that's what's so wild to me. They didn't check outside to see what was going on. They didn't see Papa being rolled out, right? Rolled out to the front of the house. They didn't see all the flashing lights. That's wild to me how they would not know. Dre stated that she called her daughter for help. Same thing, but did not want her daughter to see. So she told her to go back inside. She also stated she was freaking out. She needed to get him, but didn't know how, and she was scared. Dre also stated the children probably heard her screaming, but did not see any of it. Since the children were not witnesses to the incident, they were not questioned by law enforcement. Officer IG said he did not need any further assistance. Scene was cleared without any further involvement, and that was according to Officer C. Reed of Yuma Police Department. So there you guys have it right there. That's all that we have as far as the bullets. You know what I mean? As far as the cliff notes of what we know, so on and so forth. But the one thing I do want to know is, why didn't they retrieve the knife? Why didn't they go through that? There was an abrasion apparently on his left arm. But that could be anything, by the way. That could literally be anything. There's a lot of questions I have. Okay. I have a lot of them. Okay. Let's see. Jennifer said, what held the other end of the rope in order for him to do what he did? I'm thinking he wrapped the rope around the beam, because these beams, there was 3 beams up on the top, on the roof, on the ceiling of this shed, a bunch of beams going across. And I think he just kind of, shimmied the rope through a crevice and then tied it. And then he was able to do what he needed to do. Allegedly. Okay. But this is what we have so far, y'all. And those are 2 different accounts. They pretty much match for the most part, but at the same time, they didn't question the kids at all, which I found a little strange. I feel like they should have questioned. They definitely should have questioned the kids, I think. That's just what I think. Because according to Dre, she says the kids didn't know anything. But what if they did? I mean, I hate to say it like that, but you never know. You're telling me these kids went in there and nothing happened? Like nothing? Really? But she had enough time to perform CPR, and then her nosy ass dog got in the way. So she had enough time to go and put the dog away. You're not telling me that the kids aren't looking at her frantic, freaking the F out? Seems a little strange to me. Just saying. It seems a bit strange to me. But like I said, this is what the reports have said. They should have interviewed or, asked some questions to the older children, to the oldest daughter. Because clearly, if the daughter came down and she says, no, go call 911, why didn't they question the daughter that was there? And then ask the other kids, were you there? Did you see anything? Because you never know. Mama might be like, no one's saying anything. No one's talking. I don't need to hear you are not saying anything to anybody. We're going to keep this on the low as police are showing up. I hate to say that, but we're just in the land of speculation right now. Okay. Land of theories. So that is just a very interesting situation here. Now, there's another piece to this too, which is, like I said, just so crazy. And this is going to be quick because I got to hop off here in just a minute. But I appreciate everybody for being on. Now, this part is very interesting. There are conversations being had that she is dealing with a possible custody battle with her the father of her first two children. So, and it says a motion temporary orders. Now, from what I understand, this father, who obviously already has, he has shared custody. He's sharing custody with these kids, with the two kids. Okay, the first two kids that she has are not Vaughn's. Raza is his son. Okay, they had that child together. Okay, so they have three children together, but one of them he biologically brought into the world. All right, but of course he's a dad to all three of them. But outside of that, the father of these two children is still sharing custody with Dre. Apparently, he has filed to try to get immediate full custody of his own children with the quickness. He is basically saying, by any means necessary, I want my children in my hands because I don't trust this woman. Obviously, I'm speaking out of turn here because obviously I'm not him, but this is kind of the way I'm seeing it. That maybe he is seeing how their lifestyle is, what's going on with these kids. There's also, I'm hearing one of the children is having some issues with mental health as well. But like I said, this is all still hearsay. But when I hear these things, and if I was the daddy of these kids and they're having issues, and then one of her husband has just tried to do something like this in a shed, damn right I'm going to get my kids as quickly as I can. I'm going to protect them as much as I can by any means necessary. But now it looks like she is in the middle, or possibly could be going into a custody battle, because maybe the father of her first two children does not feel like she is fit to be a mother right now, or doesn't feel like she's fit to be a mother at all. And that is something that is so crazy, y'all. So crazy. But the other thing is, though, too, I feel bad because if he does win custody, what about Raza? What about the baby boy? What about Vaughn's son? What about him? He's stuck. He'll be stuck with Dre. And that's not good. I wish the father of these two children, the first two children, could just, take him under his wing and protect this young boy too, because I think I don't think they're in a good environment, period. And I think it all stems from the addiction of social media and the addiction of all these crazy homeopathic, drastically dangerous herbs that they're consuming inside of that home. It's toxic beyond literally and metaphorically speaking. The toxicity is at an all-time high with this particular household. And all I can say is I got my fingers crossed in hopes that this starts to wrap up in a more positive way. I really, really do hope that, with all the goodness in my heart. But that's the show, guys. I really do appreciate all y'all for being on. I really do appreciate it. You guys have all been amazing. Real talk. But like I said, it's a crazy story. But we hear now that allegedly he's breathing on his own, and that's good. Let's see if he makes more progress over the next couple days. Hopefully it starts moving towards something good. And of course, I'll be keeping an eye on this whole possible custody battle that's coming around the bend here as well. This is crazy. But like I said, once we find out more information, you will find out right here on the Pascal Show. So do me a favor real quick. Hit that like button down below. If you haven't done that yet, send it past 300 likes. That would really mean a lot to me. Okay, and of course, you haven't done that yet, hit that subscribe button. Support the channel in any way you can. Got that Patreon. I have that join button down below. I got that Cash App, and I have that merch. So go, please check it out. Support the channel. It would really, really mean so much to me and everybody else that's on this show. All right, guys. But anyway, guys, you guys be wonderful. Stay blessed. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Woo! What a crazy day. This is the Pascal Show. Bye.